Friends, by the looks of the title and the thumbnail, you see that I'm annoyed because I fell into the luxury beauty trap, which I have been imprisoned for a little while now. But I dove into a few more luxury beauty buys. Unfortunately, I did not buy these on sale. Some of these were exclusively, well, maybe not exclusively, but not available at Sephora, but at Nordstrom. I also had the pleasure of visiting the Byredo store. They have several locations, but I visited the one in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and it was... The reason why I stepped in there was because I saw they had their new fluid highlighter stick, and while browsing the rest of the makeup, I also saw their liquid lipstick matte and was intrigued by the colors there. I bought one shade and I bought the highlighter stick. And as you see the footage here, everything from the packaging and how everything is presented, I think that's why people buy into luxury makeup, because from beginning to end, it's just an incredible experience. And although the Byredo highlighter stick construction is not over the top, I think just its simplicity, its minimalist approach to the design is what makes it appealing. But this liquid lipstick vial, I mean, incredible. It almost looks like the mold at the top is melted. It's a frosted plastic, brushed chrome charcoal finish. This is incredible. I mean, just the design itself, I think it's worth at least looking into. I purchased the shade Calmer. As you see the swatches on the screen, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to swatch these shades in person. If you look at the colors on the screen, it appears like the neutral ones, for me, will be colors that I would wear. But when I swatched them in store, they actually turned out quite peachy. Were not appealing to me whatsoever. So I went for like the more rusty terracotta shade, as you'll see on my lips in a bit. The fluid highlighter stick only comes in one shade. It's like a gold highlighter. The highlighter stick, unfortunately, only comes in one shade. It's like a gold champagne leaning situation. And I think Byredo would release more. I think they should, because the stick itself, let's see here, there's no fragrance to it, is quite smooth and very soft. Shine is incredible, easy to apply on the skin. So I have my foundation, concealer, and everything on already, and just allow me to tap here so you can see the effect it has on the skin. It does remind me of Pat's dual-ended highlighter stick, although I do feel this is a little softer. And I have the Auric on standby. Compared to the Auric is actually a touch tighter. There might be more shine here in the Byredo, but the Auric Mirage Shift palette has the Dew Beam, which you can mix with any of these textures to really bump up the shine and the wet effect that you want to leave behind on the cheekbones. But I really like the Byredo highlighter stick. Did I need to buy it? No, but I was curious to see how Byredo would perform in the complexion cheek category. I cannot wait to see what they release. I do hope they release blush. That'll be nice. More colors in the highlighter stick for sure. They have a ton of lip products. They also released a lip tint, like a lip balm, color lip balm. But I was intrigued by this liquid matte. So we're gonna slap this on. And I have to show you the doe foot applicator. It's on the longer side, but it holds a lot of product. You see that it's slanted and there's a point at the tip, and it makes it incredibly easy to apply. And I didn't dip back in. This is still on the first sweep. There's a little bit of a taste. It's not completely off-putting, but it's not like Suku where there's no taste or scent anything. It just has a little something left behind, but my goodness, the texture is like a creamy mousse that has beautiful pigmentation, as you can see. But what I adore about this color, it's like a rose, but like a rusty muted rose. And that, do I even have something like this in my collection? I probably do. This reminds me of Prada Beauty's lip balm in maple. Allow me to swatch the liquid matte here, just so we could have a reference point. but look at that consistency. Look at the texture, how smooth it is. And as it wears, because I did wear this over the weekend, it does dry down a little bit for sure. When you apply it initially, it is just a remarkable experience. It is smooth and silky, but it is a matte. So after a few hours, it's gonna feel drier on the lip. Now, we're not talking cement dry, okay? I think there's been a departure from that formula where liquid lipsticks first hit the market, and there was a lot of improvements to be made with how a liquid lipstick would feel on the lips over a long period of time. I think many brands have improved the technology for liquid lips that they don't, or rather they feel more comfortable to wear. This actually has a lot more slip than Anastasia's Lip Velvet, and you probably tell here by the swatch. The Lip Velvet has a little more tightness to it. You see how it doesn't move in the same way as the Byredo. That's not good or bad. That's just a difference in consistency. But you can definitely detect from the Byredo, there's just more of like a move and groove there on the application. Now back to the Prada Beauty. I believe this is Sedona, which is their soft matte, or is that maple? Hold on, let me look at the back here. No, that was Sedona for sure. And here we have maple, which is the tinted balm. So they are similar, maybe like an undertone, but obviously you get a lot more color here. And what I love about this shade is, as you can see, I don't have any blush on or any eyeshadow on. I have my brows on. We popped on some highlighter. I did apply the LYS Skin Tint and Danessa Serum Skin all together as a cocktail, but it works. I could apply mascara maybe just to add a little bit of definition on the lashes here. But this is what I love about this shade, or any shade like this, much like Hourglass's Sparrow. Sparrow might be a little more brown leaning. Yeah, it's a little more brown rose, and this is giving a little more rusty red. But I consider this to be in the same category, like these one and done lip colors that I could just slap on and it brings everything together, even if everything else is on the back burner, right? But if I were to apply a cheek product, ooh, I might have to, well, I don't know. I have so many choices. I exchanged my Salt and Stone body mist. Yes, because a part of this luxury mini haul that I purchased, I got the Byredo trio set. You're like, Alicia, you don't wear perfume. I know that. And listen, when I bought the highlighter stick and the liquid lipstick from Byredo, they put in like 3 deluxe samples of their perfume because I was just curious and enchanted by names like Mojave Ghost, Gypsy Water, Bal de Freak. I wanted to know what these smelled like, and I always give fragrance a chance when I can. It's not like I hate it. I actually want to wear perfume. I want to be one of those people, but with my experience in fragrance and how bad my allergies have been, they have improved significantly. It seems that sometimes when it's too fragrant, I'll get headaches or I feel like it's overwhelming. But one sample I tried, Desert Dawn, unbelievable. I don't even know how to describe it. I would just suggest you visit the Byredo site or any retail site that holds Byredo products to read the different notes and the shade descriptions for these fragrances. But Desert Dawn almost is like an elevated tuberose. It's incredible. And when I wore it, I sprayed it here, all the other perfume points. I was shocked by the fact that it did not bother me. And I just thought a pleasant scent. And my goodness, I wanted to smell all Byredo fragrances now, so I decided to buy the trio set. Fun fact, not with the trio set, but on the Byredo site, they sell what they call the Discovery set, where it's like 6 deluxe samples, 6 or 5. It retails for $60, but if you buy from Byredo, you receive a credit for that set if you decide to buy either 50 or 100 ml bottle and get the $60 off with whatever you choose to buy. And I'm like, that's a pretty good incentive. They don't do that with the trio, but you could customize your trio set too and kind of pick whatever 3 you want. But I have Blanche, Bal de Freak, and Gypsy Water. It's hard for me to decide, but I think Bal de Freak might be my favorite. It's sweet and it's like not overwhelming. And Gypsy Water is pretty too. Gypsy Water is just like so fresh. Look at me. Who am I? I've been wearing the heck out of Byredo fragrance over the weekend, and I have this theory that maybe if I get myself accustomed to it now, when springtime rolls around, I might have built somewhat of a tolerance. I don't know. The worst thing that could happen is my tolerance didn't change. I can't wear perfume for a few weeks. Fine. But when I can. So I'm sticking with the Byredo for now. Let me know what your favorite Byredo fragrance is. But man, these three, Desert Dawn, I do like Animalique. It's very smoky and leathery, very much so. Mojave Ghost, I love. I think De Los Santos, I didn't smell No Man's or Rose of a No Man's Land. I heard that was another huge favorite. So, but ooh, Gypsy Water is incredible too. It's so hard to describe. And I just love the stories behind the different scents, because Ben Gorham is the head of Byredo, and he's very much inspired by his travels, the travels of his parents, and wants to embody these experiences into these fragrances. And the way that they're described, the different layers of them, it really is it's like it transports you. And I do think Byredo, I'm not a fragrance expert by any means, okay? I know nothing. But what I do know, intuitively, I feel that Byredo has definitely more of a unique take on fragrance and the different notes that they choose to include in their perfumes and whatnot. So let me know. If you are a fragrance know-it-all and you want to drop some knowledge, please do. I love to learn. But back to this makeup. In addition to the fragrance, the highlighter stick, the liquid lipstick, okay? And now because I'm wearing the perfume, I took back the body mist, and because I was past the 30 days, I decided to make an exchange. And unfortunately, I forgot about this brand when shopping the Sephora sale, and that is the Simihaze Beauty. This guy here, a lower profile brand, very much in like the side kiosk or the side gondolas in Sephora. But this got crazy good reviews on the site. The Skin Suede Melting Bronze Balm. I have it in shade Oak 3, which, by the way, is currently sold out in Sephora. But look at this shade. I thought, okay, that's kind of like bordering on contour a little bit, which is what intrigued me. And what I actually had on in my Sonia G video, if you want to check that out. I'm not entirely sure if that will be up before or after this, but I have to apply this on camera because you see what I mean? It's just a soft serving of Sculpt, but it's not too cool toned. And yes, leans a little neutral. There's no fragrance, and it is a pretty tight balm, but it's also not sticky either. If you could just see that finish on my cheekbones, and the color, the undertone, I think is absolutely perfect. If I were to compare, this is the bronzing color from Auric. You see how warm the Auric is, right? So that's more of like a true bronzer. And there's a shade up, number 4, obviously, that's more of like a red bronze. I'm wondering if I have a similar shade in my collection, maybe the Westman Atelier. Well, this, oh my goodness, the face contour stick in Biscuit. I actually was trying to look for Biscuit for a long time. So that's definitely more cool tone. This is like what Simihaze is giving, like for my actual skin tone. So this definitely does serve more of like sculpting for me, but that's why I thought to pick it up. But now figuring out what we can apply on top, I might have to go with my Dior. Can't go wrong with Dior. I'm slapping it on my Auric palette here, and I think the easiest thing is just to toss it right on top of the bronzer, and that definitely serves for what I want to achieve. Just a little bit of that blushed finish, but also to have that shine and glow, because, you know, that's what the Dior Glow Maximizer is serving. And if I wanted a little more, I could go in with the Merit, but I think we could stop there. That's a good serving of color. I also wanted to share my last Get Ready With Me. I mentioned that I ordered my Artist Kit Company brush bag, and here are a few close-ups of what the bag looks like and how it functions. I think it's phenomenal because you see it zips down all the way towards the edges, towards the bottom of the bag. The snap closures are magnetic, so you could pull down the sides. You have a divider that comes in with the bag, and you can situate it however you like. And it's very easy to clean, as you can see, based off what the materials are. And the fact that I can stand my brushes up and just hold them upright right in that way. So I'm excited to use this in its true form because I'm going to take it to Maddie's house next month. And the reason why I wanted this bag is the fact that the brushes can be upright while being in the bag, but if when I need to use them, I could just pull these down and have the brushes on display like so. So can't wait to put that in action. But I just wanted to show you up close. And again, I raved about Van and that Get Ready With Me. And you saw all the little fun things he included in the package that I think you can choose on checkout, right? So I think I chose the velour triangles and the lippy applicators. And then of course he includes some stickers, one of being his cat. That cat, listen, the cutest thing ever, but so much sass with that cat. Now we're going into these quads. Okay, I'm jumping around a lot. These beautiful YSL quads that I had to have them because I was just blown away by Babylon Roses. And many of you were like saying, listen, I got all of them. You're gonna need all of them too. I'm like, oh no. I went to Nordstrom because I wanted the limited edition holiday compact with the silver housing Stora dolls, the beloved 100. This, you can't go wrong, okay, with Stora dolls. It's just an incredible, straightforward taupe neutral palette. You could just use that shade for all over the lid. But my favorite element about these quads are the topper shades. They just have beautiful sparkle while still remaining soft, easy pickup, and over Brun. Sephora doesn't have over Brun. Sephora doesn't actually have a few of the colorways that these come in, but I know over Brun number, let me get the number, 710 is like not the most exciting, but listen, this is right up my alley. These are the shades that I wear or will end up wearing most of the time. And this overlay shade, you're not even ready. Just look at the shine and sparkle on that. And the consistency is just beautifully smooth. So we're gonna get into it. I would like to apply, well, let me start with Stora dolls first. So I apply these shadows in my Sonia video. If you wanna see those looks in actions, you can head over there again, or watch it when it uploads, because I don't even know what the uploading schedule. I know I make it, but just bear with me, okay? Going in with this taupey shade first because I think it's just perfect to slap on the entire lid, and it almost has like this beautiful frosty finish to the color without it being too cool toned, right? And I could just, take this all over the lid, through the crease, kind of whip it out here from the lash line, and look at that. It's just perfect. And now taking the sparkly Arcly shade and just tapping over that taupe, and look at the shine. This is my favorite part of the YSL quads. Like, I can't get enough. And the mattes too are just beautifully soft, like virtually blend themselves. And taking this dark brown matte and pulling it across the lash line here so I can get a little more definition going, just so we can get that contrast along the lash line, because yes, and look how this matte performs. You see how it's soft but you still get the color, okay? And now with Over Brun, I have to go in with this shade. Yes, you already knew. Just for like that all over one and done. This is almost like a plum or plum brown. I can't quite classify it. I don't even know what to consider this, but my goodness. This is if you just need to whip something on, okay? If you want that smoky eye, but want a little bit of that shine on the finish, you're gonna get it with the shade. And I'm using my Sonia G Japanese Garden special edition maquillage set, especially this crease brush here, as I explained in that original video. Incredible for precision work through the crease, but impeccable for diffusing, right? So it's not so precise that it's going to appear tight through the crease. It's still going to leave behind that airbrush finish, okay? Oh man, you cannot go wrong with this shade. And now tapping on the sparkly Arcly. Well, you know what? Do I want to, let's see how it looks on the center. Oh yes, we got to do it. We got to do it. It's almost like this light is emitting from the base of my lash line. And then we can follow up with that same shade here on the inner corner, tapping it through the high arc, and then taking the little pencil brush from the same set. And this is what I had mentioned in that original video, that this brush, impeccable, spectacular for the lower inner lash line accent here, right? Okay, come on. Taking a little more of that plum shadow along the lash line, keeping it tighter here just to finish it off. Ooh boy. All right, I think we're done. Did I mention everything? Did I mention all of my purchases? I believe I did. If I miss anything, I'll mention it when we come back with the lashes on, but we got to put them out first. See you back here in a bit. And here are the final looks of my luxury trap video. Besides the point, I do thoroughly enjoy these products. I've been using them all weekend and I use them with pleasure. I am excited to spritz on my perfume and I want to stick with these fragrances for a while to see how I react, to see how I get acclimated with them. The Byredo liquid lipstick is just phenomenal. Now, it might come down to the shades that you think will be appropriate for you. Out of all the shades that they had, I thought this one, Calmer, was just nailed it in terms of what I like to wear and what looks good on my complexion. The YSL quads. These shadows are phenomenal for a luxury brand, and for them to deliver the level of quality and color story with these quads, and the fact that they replicate how their purses look, I think, into the packaging is genius. Of course, it's kind of like, that's the point. You have your own mini clutch, but it's an eyeshadow quad. The Byredo Highlighter Stick, it is soft, it is smooth, it emits a glow, it blends beautifully into the skin, it's easy to tap on, and I know the packaging is whatever, and it does get dirty because of the soft matte material, but it's magnetic. Okay, you can see the detailing there. I will love more colors, please, Byredo. But that's about it. If I buy anything else, I will certainly let you know. But as of now, between what I purchased at the Sephora sale and my impromptu little luxury haul, it's hard for me to look back, right? Now I definitely want all of the YSL quads. Do I need them? Absolutely not. But it is an incentive for me to save in order to buy more quads and not buy everything else that I feel so about. I do have my eye on that new Viseart palette. That, I know, I'm going to get it eventually. Maybe they'll send it to me because Viseart has been kind enough in the past to send me PR, but I had to grab the limited edition compact because I was getting antsy in figuring out if it would sell out or not. I did swatch the Prada, the holiday Prada quad, and it's pretty. The shadows are like that molten metallic finish, which reminds me of Pat's Divine Decadence. Divine Decadence? Number 4. Those are those shadows. Basically, a sterling silver, the gold. She doesn't have a rose gold in there, but I wasn't as impressed with the Prada quad as I was with the YSL quads. And I actually saw the big clutch palette from YSL because they had artists there doing makeup on the customers. And just from the look of the shadows, they looked a lot like finely milled and lighter than what exists in these quads. So they might be fun. I didn't swatch it, but I didn't really need it. The color story didn't seem as appealing to me as the color stories that exist in the quad lineup. My next purchase, I'm not entirely sure. Again, I have to look at all of them, but I had to get over Brun. That is it, family. Let me know what you have purchased thus far from the luxury category. If you already have these items and you wanted to share your thoughts down below, please do. And more importantly, if you like this video, make sure you click that thumbs up. It does help my video get out to the algorithm or convince the algorithm I'm worth recommending. Also, click that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you are notified of any new uploads and any new poor shopping decisions that I care to share. We'll love to have you in there. And with that said, I'll see you down in those comments and I'll see you on here next time.